It is the summer of 1972. You are standing at the checkout counter of a grocery store on the south side of Chicago. You hand the cashier a single dollar bill. She rings up your items, hands you back 4 cents in change, and packs your bag. In that bag are 3 pints of fresh strawberries, a loaf of white bread, and 10 grapefruits. That actually happened. Those were the real prices in 1972. They are printed in newspaper ads from that summer that you can still find in archives today. Today, in 2026, that same $1 bill buy you about 1/4 of a single grapefruit. Maybe. This is the story of what $1 actually bought in 1972 America. The grocery store, the diner, the gas station, the hardware store, the post office. By the end of this video, you are going to understand why every person over the age of 60 looks at a $1 bill differently than every person under 40. Let us start at the grocery store. In 1972, in a Chicago neighborhood grocery store, here is what $1 would have bought you. 3 pints of fresh strawberries, picked, washed, and stacked on the produce shelf that morning. The same 3 pints today cost about $21. 10 grapefruits. Florida grapefruits, big and pink, the kind your mother would slice in half and serve with a spoonful of brown sugar on Sunday mornings. Today, 10 grapefruits will set you back about $15. A pound of beef stew meat, real beef, cubed, fresh from the butcher counter. Today, that same pound of stew meat costs around $8. A whole roasting chicken, 3 pounds, plucked, cleaned, and ready for the oven. In 1972, you could buy a whole chicken for 98 cents. Today, the cheapest whole roasting chicken at any major grocery chain costs over $15. 2 dozen eggs, 24 eggs, in 2 cartons, fresh from the dairy case. Today, 2 dozen eggs is about $10. If you are watching this and your mother used to send you to the corner store with $2 in a list, you already know what is coming next. You probably came home with a paper bag full of food and some change to put in your pocket. Your mother would unpack the bag, set the change on the kitchen counter, and start dinner. That $2 fed a family of 5 for the night. Now let us walk down the street to the diner. A cup of black coffee in 1972 cost 10 cents, just 10. A dime, the kind your grandfather kept loose in the bowl on his dresser. Today, a cup of coffee at almost any restaurant in America starts at $3 and goes up from there. A full breakfast plate at most American diners in 1972, 2 eggs anyway, 3 slices of bacon or sausage, a stack of pancakes or 2 pieces of toast, a glass of orange juice and bottomless coffee, cost 99 cents. Less than $1. Today, that exact same breakfast costs $15 to $20 depending on where you live. A hamburger, real beef, hand-formed, cooked to order, served on a soft bun with lettuce, tomato, and a slice of pickle. 25 cents, a quarter, the same coin that today will not even buy you a single piece of gum at a vending machine. A milkshake from a soda fountain, chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry, was 35 cents, made with real ice cream, real milk, and real chocolate syrup, served in a tall glass with a long spoon and a paper straw. Today, that same milkshake at a sit-down restaurant will run you around $8. If you walked into a diner with $3 in your pocket in 1972, you could feed yourself, your wife, and your kid a full meal with dessert and tip your waitress on the way out. $3. Today, $3 will not buy you a coffee. Let us go to the gas station. In 1972, The average price of a gallon of gas in America was 36 cents. 36 cents. You could fill up a 20-gallon tank for about $7.20. The attendant would pump it for you, check your oil, wash your windshield, and hand you a coupon book for free dishes if you came back next week. Today, the average price of a gallon of gas in America is around $3.40. To fill up that same 20-gallon tank costs $68, and nobody pumps it for you. A new tire in 1972 cost about $12. Today, a basic new tire at a chain store costs around $150. Engine oil, 5 quarts. In 1972, that cost about $3. Today, 5 quarts of basic engine oil costs around $35. If you had a $100 bill in 1972, you could buy a new set of 4 tires, get them mounted, change your oil, fill up your tank, and have enough left over for a steak dinner. Now let us look at the hardware store. A hammer at Sears in 1972 cost $3.99. The same hammer today at the same store, if it still existed, costs around $25. A 7-inch circular saw cost $19.88. Today, that same saw costs around $150. A gallon of interior wall paint costs $3. The exact same gallon of Sherwin-Williams paint today costs anywhere from $20 to $45. If you were a homeowner in 1972 and you wanted to repaint your living room, you could walk into a hardware store with a $10 bill and walk out with all the paint, brushes, and rollers you needed for the job. Today, that same trip will cost you over $150 before you even open the can. There is one more comparison that nobody talks about, and it might be the saddest one of all. A first-class postage stamp in 1972 cost 8 cents. You could send a letter to your mother across the country with a photograph of your grandkids inside the envelope for less than a dime. Today, that same stamp costs 68 cents, 8 times as expensive. Just to mail one letter. A movie ticket cost $1.75. A child's ticket was less than $1. A family of 4 could go to the movies, buy popcorn and sodas for everyone, and spend less than $10 total. Today, that same family outing costs around $80 before you even get to the popcorn. A new pair of Levi's jeans in 1972 cost $10. The exact same pair of Levi's, made in the same fit, today costs around $70. So what does all of this mean? It does not mean that 1972 was a paradise. People worked hard for their money in 1972. Wages were lower too. The average American family income in 1972 was around $11,000 per year. Today it is around $84,000. So yes, people earn more money now than they did then. But here's the part that should bother you. Wages have grown about 7 times since 1972. Prices have grown almost 8 times. That means, on average, American families are working harder and earning more, but their dollar buys slightly less than it did 50 years ago. For specific things like housing and education and healthcare, the numbers are far worse. A house in 1972 cost about 2.5 times the average annual household income. Today, the average house costs over 4 times the household income. College in 1972 cost a few $100s a year. Today it costs tens of thousands. We did not just lose our buying power on grapefruits and stamps and movie tickets. We lost the part of the American economy that made one job, one income, and $1 bill go far enough to actually build a life on. The people who remember 1972 prices are not just being nostalgic. They are remembering a world where, for a brief moment in American history, the economy actually worked for working people, where a single dollar bill in the right pocket, in the right grocery store, on the right summer afternoon, could feed your family for a meal. That world is gone, and it is not coming back. If you remember what $1 bought in 1972, tell us in the comments. What did you buy with the change in your pocket back then? What do you remember costing almost nothing? Subscribe to American Remnants for more stories about the America we left behind. Thanks for watching.